possession of narcotics, attempted armed robbery.
This has to be a mistake.
Aggravated robbery.
These ugly
escape.
Words.
Intent to kill.
In such a pretty place. Yet here stands the man.
This is my favorite spot.
Behind them.
Come out here and just stand and just look at the beauty, the freedom.
Danny Amos's road to freedom is as long and broken as any ever taken.
Give you a peace of mind.
And that it ended in tiny Balsam Lake, Wisconsin, is among the strangest twists of all.
How unusual is his case?
He is 1 in a million.
That bulging file on the desk of Danny's parole agent
Paperwork from the prison.
has its beginnings in Kansas City in 1961.
He became a ward of the state at 10.
About the time this picture was taken of the bicycle and candy bar thief, whose father was already in prison and whose mother told a judge she didn't want him.
And I went into the juvenile system and I was raised in there.
And so it began.
In 1983.
The escapes.
Auto theft.
The crimes on the run.
Bank robberies.
The rearrests.
Escape from federal custody.
And ever harsher sentences.
And I was locked down in solitary confinement for 13 years. I've been in at least 34 prisons.
Until last August, when Danny, now in his 60s, was handed a check for $3.70, then released and delivered to Nicole Strom.
When you were assigned his case, was there a moment where you said, uh-oh?
Yes.
Nicole
Yes.
was not optimistic. She put Danny's odds of remaining out of prison at slim to none.
He hadn't talked to his family. He had no support network.
But turns out the man who needed a miracle had arrived in the perfect place.
I think the man upstairs brought me here personally.
Alliance Church of the Valley
Yep.
was the first to answer
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Nicole's plea for help.
Hi. All right.
One of the things that caught my attention was how lost he was coming back into society.
It was overwhelming.
Take Danny's first trip to Walmart.
The electronic doors that opened.
That shocked me that you walk up to them and they open up like that.
He had never had to pick out sizes. He had never had to buy underwear.
I didn't even know how to use a can opener.
Danny spent his first 6 months of freedom in this homeless shelter converted from the old county jail.
These used to be the cells.
Danny would know.
I escaped from this jail.
Among the witnesses?
Yep.
Doreen Hendrickson.
He had handcuffs on and he was just a truck and
the retired courthouse worker.
And I said, that was you?
Who's now renting Danny the home.
He's coming alive.
He's fixing up and furnishing.
Yeah.
With the community's donations.
All given to me.
Danny's driving lessons were a gift too, from Dana Frank.
Some of the biggest pleasure I got out of it is just watching Danny's face.
This is his farm right here.
Dana's farm has become Danny's favorite place.
He just saw that and was like, can I ride it? He'd drive up and down the yard smiling like a kid. There was an innocence, there was a true innocence.
Innocence is not a word ever before applied to Danny.
You gotta take your finger on here. Danny found Danny Amos here. And I think he found the big guy here too.
Danny is now a member at Alliance Church of the Valley.
How about a thigh?
A volunteer.
Would you like some barbecue sauce? Come here, Freedom.
And a trusted friend.
I'm blessed to have him in my life, and I know a lot of people are.
Without these efforts?
He'd be back behind bars.
You sound certain of it.
I am.
I know where I want to be, and I ain't letting nobody down.
His crimes remain in ugly contrast to the place Danny Amos
How you doing? All right.
has landed.
You'll have to come see me at my house.
Yet Danny's new neighbors have shown him the beauty in other words.
Yeah.
Like love and trust and hope.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News, Polk County, Wisconsin.